reaction to this? It's quite an interesting turn of event. What are the people saying?
Well, Nigerians are reacting with shock over the recent development from the Canada court declaring that two major parties, the PDP and the APC, designating them as terrorist organizations. Well, you won't hear from me.
Thanks so much. I welcome you to Politics Today. I'm your brother, Secret. The human family need to understand why the court in Canada classified the ruling party as a terrorist organization. It is important we know this. People are taking different positions. People are complaining. Why would they do that? It's not a asking question, why would they do that? Or protesting. That will not solve our problem. They presented the truth. We cannot deny that truth. If you operate like a terrorist organization, there is nothing wrong in anybody classifying you as a terrorist organization. So, we need to deal with the issue about our way of life. We need to deal with the issue about those things the world see around us. Those things we are now known of. Those things that is now called the Nigerian thing. Because there are certain acts of criminality. It's as if the world have come to know that as the Nigerian thing. That's where the problem is. If a young Nigerian who was in PDP, after 16 years of using PDP to plunder Nigeria, moved to APC, and in APC, within 10 years, they took Nigeria 50 years backward, with treasury looting, with all manner of criminality, and brought Nigeria down to this sorry state. Now he is looking for a way of escape and want to relocate to Canada. Unknown to him that, look, that way of life, which he is known for, that way of life, which has become the Nigerian thing, the government of people of Canada will not tolerate it. He got to Canada and wanted to present himself as a very important personality to tell them how he had been in PDP and in APC. Unknown to him, the world have our record. The court told him, these two parties you mentioned, we know them as a terrorist organization. Reason being that what terrorist organizations do, that is what they are associated with. Criminality of the highest order. Ballot box snatching, election rigging, fearsome intimidation, ethnic profiling, manipulation of the judiciary, manipulation of all institutions like INEC, like the security agencies, like the judiciary, the National Assembly. We know them for corruption. We know them for, they do not believe in the sanctity of human life. Whatever terrorist organization do, that is what we know them. If we come to Nigeria to observe election, we do not observe election. What we observe is crime watch. We see talks operating freely, ballot box snatching. And we see a group of people with official mandate to grab it, to snatch it, and to run with it. If an organization is known to steal mandates not freely given to them, through upload of blank paper as a result sheet, through false claim of glitches, what do you call that organization? The court in Canada said that is what we know terrorist organization for. They are involved in all forms of criminality. And for all these years, that is what we know PDP and the ruling party APC. So, you don't come here and tell us with pride you belong to APC. No. We know them for their criminal activities. We know how they have brought Nigeria down. We know there are people without character, without learning. We know all the activities.
Who have agreed to say concerning the recent developments. Come over, sir. us. Well, I have a gentleman here who has his view, particularly on this issue. Tell us your name, sir.
My name is Femi Ajimunda, the Executive Director of Open Right Group.
Okay, what do you think about the current designation of PDP and APC as terrorist group at the Canadian court? What are your views?
No, I'm not surprised if they say PDP and APC are terrorist group, because right from time when they are doing things in Nigeria, rigging of our elections is a terrorist act, manipulating the judiciary. We are in this country when in number 4 in an election. It was number 4. He eventually ended up as a governor of the state today. So it's a part of terrorism. So I'm not.
Certificate forgery is the Nigerian thing. We know it. We know it. You can graduate from a school that never existed. We know it. Nigeria stinks because of the quality of their leadership. We know it. In fact, some terrorists command more honor than the political parties we see in Nigeria. Some terrorists command more honor. We know the activities of party chairmen. We know the issue of their character. We know how one man can be in one party and control another party. We know these things. So, all those things terrorist organizations are known for. That is what we see with the ruling party. That is what we see with PDP when they were in power. Even those of PDP governors will still say these things. These people are seeing what is going on in FCT and River State, the state of emergency and all whatnot, the manipulation. They know it and say when you use fearsome intimidation, when you use harassment to coerce somebody to do something, that is what we know terrorists for. So don't come here and boast of being a member of APC. We know those institutions to be the same with terrorist organizations. Nigerians should stop complaining. We thank God for the court in Canada. They have given us a mirror with which we look at ourselves. If what the mirror is reflecting is not what we want, attacking the Canada court is not the solution. We need to change our way of life. That is the solution. Criminality during election, ballot box lodging, ethnic profiling, moving talks here and there, telling a particular ethnic group, you dare not come out to vote if you are not going to vote for one particular party. If somebody will threaten an ethnic group, you all will die in Lagos Lagoon. They say that is what we know terrorists for.
See that maybe it's one of those occasions where international courts interpret their own laws and fit their laws, fit the facts that are not perhaps, the domestic facts, international facts to the law. And so the court, maybe interpretively, did not go wrong too much, because they said that these parties have been involved in the democratic violations of democratic rights, electoral violence, and acts of violence against citizens. And of course, in this country, we've had elections that are very violent. And the bad thing about these elections is that there is always impunity. So if after election there's violence and the state intervenes, and the Attorney General of the Federation prosecutes those who are involved in violence, then those actions will not be seen as action of formal nature, official act of either the party or the state. So that.
And so, don't come here and tell us you belong to the ruling party APC. Let us go back, put on our thinking cap, and say, no, we can't continue like this. Our way of life stink. Certificate forgery should no longer be the Nigerian thing. Hide the gender should not be the Nigerian thing. Do not release my transcript should not be the Nigerian thing. Conducting election and uploading blank paper as result sheet should not be the Nigerian thing. Ballot box snatching should not be the Nigerian thing. Manipulating the process, that should not be the Nigerian thing. These are the things we need to address. It's not attacking the Canada court. They presented the truth the way we are. And it's so sad that we have lived all these years and it never occurred to us that we should change our way of life. Today, certificate forgery is as if it's no longer an offense known to law. The judiciary is neither here nor there. Things has fallen apart. No check and balance anymore. The constitution is not being enforced anymore. The court will have lost them. The judiciary is the lost hope of the nation. Let's fix our country so I will not be seeking escape routes. We will not be going to dump ourselves in countries where others have taken the pain to develop. Let's develop Nigeria. If somebody wins election, let us allow the mandate of the people to stand. El Rufai posted something in his Twitter handle, in his X handle. Amechi told us who was the clear winner of 2023 presidential election. Babachi Lawal, former secretary of the Federation, told us who was the clear winner of 2023 presidential election. We need to go back and ask those people to come up with the facts. We need to review what we have done in the past so that the world will begin to take us serious. That is the way to go. Attacking the court in Canada for classifying the ruling party as a terrorist organization will not solve our problem. Let's put our house in order. The time to begin is now. May God save Nigeria.